There he is.
Can you do it?
We certainly can. We certainly can.
What can I see you?
Hold on. I think it's because Emily didn't want. She bless her. She's shy. She's shy, bless her.
I'm really not.
Good. How are you, Glen?
I'm great. Really good. Everything good with you guys?
Yeah, everyone's here, keen and excited to have a chat to you. Now, Glen, Coutinho, everybody. For those of you don't.
How's the audio?
Hey.
How's the audio?
Yeah, spot on, mate. Absolutely spot on. Absolutely spot on.
You can see me okay?
Oh yeah, we can see you absolutely fine, my friend. Absolutely see you just fine. So, team, Glen is an absolute legend of the real estate space here in Melbourne. He then vaulted off to the west coast of the US for a number of reasons. One of which being his son's having a pop career that seems to be going from strength to strength by the sounds of it, by the looks of it, which is incredible. But he's then gone and carved himself an incredible business in Los Angeles and done an incredibly good job of extending what's made him such a legend in the Melbourne space. And he's translated it over to there and just gone from strength to strength. Glen, it's an absolute pleasure to have you with us. How the heck are you?
Mate, I'm fantastic. No complaints at all.
What time is it over there, please?
It's like about 5 o'clock over here, so it's the end of the day. Start of yours, end of ours.
Yeah.
But I'm assuming you can see me, because I can't see a thing, but I'm assuming you can see me, right?
Because you turned the camera on, Andy.
Yes, no, we can get, everybody can see you, my friend. That's all we need to care about is seeing your amazing face. That's all we need to see.
Okay, great. How long do you want me to speak for? A couple of hours, 5 hours, or just 30 minutes?
Oh, 20 or so minutes would be fabulous, Glen, if that's okay. I mean, we've got we've got a room full of some sales agents, business owners, a couple of PMs, but a lot of people that are really, really excited to hear your experience in terms of how you've managed to take what has been an elite, very unique, one-of-a-kind brand building sort of operation with respect to your relationships and how you've translated it into today's world. That's something that I think lots of people are really keen on hearing about and seeing and listening to you talk through, because you've become pretty much world renowned for the way in which you've built the relationships with your clients. Now, for those of you that don't know this, Glen, he spent that much money on flowers, he actually ended up buying a florist so that he could just send his own flowers out to everybody, okay, which is pretty phenomenal. So Glen, if you could have us do a quick chat to us around how you built the relationships that you did and how you managed to translate that, not just across technology, but also from one country to another.
Yeah, sure, no worries. Thanks, guys. I can't see you, but I'm assuming there's somebody there. Thanks for listening. I just want to walk you through what I've done in my business and what my day looks like, Monday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and just how you can succeed in real estate to take your business to the next level. This is my 40th year of real estate, and I'm almost doing everything right now that I did when I started when I was like 19 years old, almost the same thing. So I just want to share it with you. It's probably a fanatical mindset to people. I know you're going to be shocked, but I don't own a computer. I never had a computer, it's 20 years ago was the last time I had a computer. And I hate them because my whole life is people face to face all day. And so my typical day this morning starts off, obviously I've been married 40 years, I have 5 children. My son married a girl, she's number 6, and then had a baby, and everyone lives with me. So it's a full house there's 8 of us in the house now, and we're all pretty focused and fanatics on people. And that's one of the things that makes a big difference in your real estate business. So my normal day would start off, get up out the door by about 6:30, 6:45, any later when you're not in the game in real estate. Like to be at the office by 7:30, 7:45, any later when you've missed the market. And before I get started, the first thing I do every morning, religiously 7 days a week, is I post on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, TikTok, yes I'm old, TikTok, YouTube, and WeChat. I put something on every platform every day, and I think last year I got about nearly 15 listings through those platforms. So I'm quite fanatical about getting my social media presence right. And I just do it every morning. I don't spend hours on it. I spend probably 15 minutes, it's just a daily discipline, get that done. And then from there, I just go straight into my calls. And so today I've done my business, I've done my 50 calls, proactive calls. I do it 6 days a week. And in answer to your question, I don't miss. So if for any reason I get caught up on something on a day, then I double up the next day. And I've done that for just about 40 years. There's barely a day where I don't make my phone calls. And it's just a mindset of going back to people and keeping in touch with people. I just messaged, like today, and all my clients in Australia, I keep in really close contact with them. This morning I messaged one of my clients for a wedding anniversary. I have not missed a wedding anniversary in 31 years, without fail. In fact, I get it 4 times than our husband does. He forgets most often, but I don't miss. Just making sure you guys are still there, because I can't see them. Are you still there?
Yeah, loud and clear, mate, loud and clear.
It's like talking, I'm just talking to myself, you know. So anyway, she said, another client of mine just had something for their birthday. I had not missed his birthday in 26 years. That was in Australia, have not missed. Another client of mine today, unfortunately it's a wedding anniversary, her husband passed 8 years ago. I sent her some flowers. I send her flowers every year on her wedding anniversary now for 21 years. I have never missed, because it's a shitty day for her. That is your mindset right on your customers. I know all my clients' kids' names, football sides, especially if they're Carlton, all their football sides, I know all their kids' birthdays, and that's the most important thing, and I never miss. So I had one guy just list the house with me, and he got a gift on the day he was born, like he got a baby blanket, and then he's had a gift every year for 23 years, and he said to me, I'm not going to sell my house with anyone but you, even though my uncle is a real estate agent. I'm sticking with you. And so that has been a really powerful journey, and with that family, I've got all their kids' birthdays, they've had wedding anniversary flowers for 36 years. It's a long-term chase in real estate. If you're looking for quick money, you're in the wrong business. But it's the ability to go from meeting somebody to best friend in a couple of days. And I'm really good at that. I work really hard. I met a guy, actually, I'm closing a deal tomorrow for just under $3 million. And he called 3 agents in to discuss real estate. And the other 2 rang and spoke to him on the phone for like 10 minutes. I got in the car and drove straight down to see him. He's actually in a motel. I went and saw him and spent 30 minutes with him, had coffee with him. The only thing in his life is turtles. He's got these 2 turtles called Tank and Mary. So I got the photos of the turtles and I put them into 2 frames, and then I delivered it back to his house, and then he employed me the next day. He employed me while the other agents were doing a market appraisal and comparable sales and all that. I just got on with the turtles. You've got to find the right button with clients. I rarely do comparables, I don't do market appraisals. I just go and sit with people and get them to like me. But my relentless hunt is the most important thing. So there's one house I'm chasing at the moment. It's 37 million. I like the big ones over here. And I run that guy probably 4 times a week. But you know, he tested me. He messaged me at 5:30 in the morning yesterday to say, I wonder if Glen's awake. And I wrote back to him in 3 seconds. Because I take my phone to bed, you know that, right? I wrote back to him in 3 seconds, say, yeah, I'm ready, mate. You ready to whistle me yet? He wrote to 2 other agents and they didn't reply until 9 o'clock. Which one are you? It's a $30 million listing, it's probably $1 million commission. But I'll do the same for a $300,000 listing. I'm just always on. I know you're going to laugh at me because you think I'm stupid, but I take my phone in the shower. I take my phone to the toilet. My wife hates me for it. I don't want to miss a call. The best thing I can tell you in real estate is pick up your phone. I always answer my phone. Even if it's a scam call, I answer it every time. And that makes a difference. I get deals all the time. We had one that I listed 2 weeks ago where the guy rang at, I think it's 10 o'clock at night. He rang me at 10 o'clock at night and I had a listing agreement into his inbox in 30 minutes. And he signed it. You know why he signed it? Because the other agents didn't answer their phone. It's a hunting mindset. Are you ready? Because you may not be ready for it. It's not an easy business. But speed wins every time. So when I'm listing, if I'm selling for a client and they're a seller, I speak to them twice a day, 7 days a week. I'm the first person to call them in the morning and the last person to call them before they go to bed. When I do their open house, if they've got kids, I leave a gift on the bed of every child, not chocolates generally, but just something, a book or something. Not going to steal them off my kids. And I leave a card saying, thanks for cleaning up your room for the open house. I never do an open house without leaving a cake on the kitchen bench for the owners with a note that says, thank you for having the house ready for me. That's my Saturday morning. Load the car up with presents and chocolate cakes, and away we go. If you came to my open house here in LA, by the time you got your ass in the car, you're getting a text saying it was nice to meet you. And then, if you've got a house to sell, so if you're a double end and you've got a house to sell, you're getting a pre-recorded video. Hey Emily, it was great to see you, thanks for coming to my open house, I'd love to represent you. And I send you the video straight away. So there are two things that I do at my open houses that distinguish me from anyone else, is that they get a message before they take off, and then if they've got a house to sell, then on Monday morning, there's a package on the doorstep saying, it was great to meet you, thanks for coming to my open house. I barely miss a listing. There's only one thing I take to a listing agreement, that's a listing agreement. I don't go anywhere without one. I take it to every appointment. I've got one in every car, I've got one at home. I go everywhere with a listing agreement. And I spend my day trying to sign up listings. That's all I do. If you get the listings, you win. I'm not a time waster, and that's one of the things that a lot of agents do, is they waste a lot of time on not productive activity. So it's important that your head's in the right place. Did you make your calls today? If you didn't make your calls, if you didn't make 50 calls, like if I'm going to a conference, I'm making my calls in the morning before the conference. No excuse. I'm making them at lunchtime, I'm making them on the way home. But I'm not letting a conference stop me from what the foundation of my business is.
Glenn, I just want to stop you for a second. This guy's 40 years in the game. Can you feel his energy? Like, I want to go and run through a brick wall now. Like, just nuts, man. Absolutely incredible. Now, Glenn, if I can interrupt you for a second, man, because you are legendary in the way in which you do business, and it's safe to say that you are one of a kind. And let's face it, there's not going to be many, if anyone, that can do it the way that you do it, right? Just based off your DNA. But I think that's the question that I want to ask you, Glenn, is because you know your DNA so well. You know who you are, you know how you operate, and you operate in full ownership of who you are, right? Where there's a lot of agents, and you would know this, all around the world, all around the country, all around Melbourne, that are running to a narrative that doesn't perhaps best suit who they are, how they operate, and how they like to run their business, right? Yeah. So talk to me about that a little bit, because you've been doing this, like you said, for over 4 decades now, and so how do you stay true to who you are?
You know why? I can make $100,000 in 2 days, and I'm stupid. How good's that? That's why I do it. I can make really good money just by being nice to people. My last listing, which I just signed up in Coldwater Canyon, is $3,700,000. It's 5% commission. How good's that, right? 5%. And I got the listing because I met this little Spanish gardener about 2 months ago, and he had 3 agents in, and he was the gardener. I went and spoke to him, said today, I got all his children's names. He's got 9 kids, by the way. 9. Can you believe it? I sent him a card, and I sent all 9 children a gift in the mail, and he walked me into a $3 million house just 2 days ago. How good's that? 5%. Bang, game over. No one else talks to him because he's the gardener. When I get cash out from the bank, because I like cash, because I don't use Apple Pay, I don't get it. So when I get cash out from the bank, I never ever use an ATM machine. I walk into the bank, I get my cash, and I write a thank you email to the bank teller. Thanks for giving my cash today. Twice I've had listings from the bank teller. The bank teller said to me, I've never had an email in 10 years working here, you're the first one. Can you believe that? Every restaurant I go to, before I leave the restaurant, I take out a business card and a thank you card, and I write to the waiter, Dear Raoul, thanks for looking after me today. Your service is amazing. Thank you very much. I fold the card up and I leave it on the reception of the restaurant. I've never flown on a plane without writing a thank you email to the air hostess, to American Airlines or Qantas. I've sold to 4 Qantas and American Airline people before. just everywhere I go. My last biggest sale, I bought a Jeep last year for $35,000, like nothing special. A family car, 7-seater, and I delivered 10 boxes of pizzas to the dealership with my face on each box, and the whole dealership was excited. Wow, where'd these come from? The owner came to my office and said to me, I sold 40 cars this month, 7 to real estate agents. You're the only person that's going to sell my house. He listed his house with me the next day for 10 million, and I sold it about a month later, and the cheque was 450 grand, 5%. Not to brag to you about money, it's the easiest business in the world. You're just missing every opportunity. Every person I meet, I talk to, I get their name, I get their kids' names, I get to know them, I become friends, and then business comes. Business comes at a rate of knots you're never going to keep up with.
Glen, how much does it shit you then that people overcomplicate this business?
Yeah, I'm complicated. Do you think I would never even worry about the value of a house? People go, what's it worth? I go, I don't know, I don't know. List it with me, what do you want? I don't even do comps, I don't do market approach, I just go and sit there and close for the business. Do you want me to be your agent?
This is probably...
My favourite freak when it's time for that question, right? Do you want me to be your agent? And they say, oh, we're not sure. I go, why not? Why wouldn't you use me? Do you know, I never go to the supermarket without giving the girl my business card. I never pump gas and pay on the pump. I go into the shop, I give them my card, I pay for my gas, I leave 10 cards on the bench, they go, thanks for looking after me. I don't use machines. Machines don't give you listings.
It's a great point.
The last girl I'm helping to buy a house for $4 million. Her son delivered Uber Eats to my house. I got his name, I got his number, I sent him a text saying, thanks for dropping off the food, mate, it was nice to meet you. He rang me, he said, I've never had a text before from anyone. And then his mum rang me and she wasn't sure if I was a stalker or a murderer. She was like, she came to see me 2 days later and she said, you gave him a great lesson in people skills. And she said, you can be my agent to represent me to buy a house and I'm going to spend $4 to $5 million. Your business is staring you in the face every single day, just by being nice to people, right? I still write 2 thank you cards a day. I make my 40 calls a day, I do all my social media every day, and then I don't work with anyone unless they're exclusive. You know, I've never had a house off market, unless it's listed and it's on the market. I don't want to.
You know,
but when I work with somebody, I turn them into a fanatic about me.
You know, the thing that's screaming out to me about this is the fact that Glen works so hard. When we talked about earlier about building your tribe, right, and that's taking ownership of who you are and then owning the tribe that you are working for, Glen makes the world his tribe, right? He makes the world want to be in his tribe, and that's something that we don't spend too much time on, or anywhere near enough time on. It's pretty phenomenal, Glen, how you go about it, and I can't believe after 40 years you're still going at the rate of knots that you're going at, man. It's pretty phenomenal.
Yeah, I was at a house in Melbourne about 4 years ago from a bloke. I met him on the beach, and he was walking on the beach. He goes, oh, man, what are you doing here? And I said, oh, just staying there. He goes, shit, give me your business card. Of course I had a card in my shorts, because you're not going to... Anyway,
I don't want to ask where in your shorts it was, man. I really don't want to ask.
I took a photo of him and me on the beach, and I rang the office, we framed it, and he flew home the next day, and when he got home, the frame was on his doorstep.
Now, can I ask though, Glen, because for a lot of people, I can hear a few minds in here going, that's like, for me, how can I do that? That's not realistic for me. Like, I haven't got the spare revenue, I haven't got the spare cash flow to be able to do that.
No, that's bullshit. The frame cost me $1. All the gifts that I was sending out to my clients, firstly, were old books that my kids had, or they were football cards that were lying around the house. Like if my kids leave shit on the floor, I'm going to wrap it up and send it to a client.
Is that why all of a sudden your clients start getting iPods and stuff like that all of a sudden?
No, nothing. It's just a thought that counts. Yesterday I met a guy, and he loves this other woman. She loves turtles as well. I bought her a $3 book on turtles. I met another girl. Her name is Mindy, and I bought her the Mork and Mindy book. I met this beautiful woman yesterday, 2 days ago, her name is Lynette Marbles. So I bought her a box of marbles and I said, it was great to meet you. $4. It's the thought and the timing. That's the difference.
Absolutely incredible. If you learn nothing else from Glen other than thought and timing, you're going to get yourself further in this game than any amount of clever dialogue that you can ever remotely think of. Glen, I'd love to stay and chat with you because you're just one of the most positively infectious people in the world, and I say that in all sincerity, man. Every time I connect with you, it's just a joy. But Glen, before I let you go, if you just give one or two last little bits of your infinite wisdom to these guys before we let you crack
Here's the 2 things you
on.
want to remember. If you're a young agent, an old agent, I'm old. You firstly need to dress up. So look at me, suit, tie, badge, 7 days a week. I would never leave the house without my badge because I get so much business off it. And nobody else in Beverly Hills wears a suit tie. I'm the only one, I guarantee. And on my car, it says Rodeo Real Estate. On the front, back, side, I'm the only agent with a branded car. And I get business off it. I got a listing at Walmart, and I got a listing at the shops because the lady saw my branding. I got a listing at the pharmacy because I had the badge on. You got to look like you're ready to kill. Don't look good 1 day a week. Look like you're ready to list my $40 million house or my $1 million house. Best dressed always wins. That's the first thing. The second thing is if you're not in the office I've got 6 kids. I still beat you in the office, right? 6 kids, I can get to the office by age 15 and be in the hunt. Remember, I'm in the hunt by 9. You're a hunter of people. That's your job, is to prospect and get listings. I'm a bit rusty here. I've only got 8 listings. In Melbourne, I never ran less than 25. Never. 30 was my peak. I always ran 25 to 30 listings. Here, I don't really know as many people, so I'm running 8, maybe.
But you're charging like how much more com?
5%.
There we go.
I just did one for ladies, 6.5%.
Wow, amazing.
You know why? Because I'm worth it.
There you go. What a way to end this conversation, man. Mate, you are absolutely 100% unequivocally worth it. Absolutely you are. Big round of applause, please, for Glen. Glen, you're an absolute superstar, man. Go and enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you so much for joining us from over in Beverly Hills.
See you guys. Catch you later. Bye.
Take care. What a man. What a dude. Seriously, what a dude. Honestly, I can't get over the guy. I really, really can't. The guy's just an absolute superstar. Team, we've got to let you, I know we've ran through morning break, but we're going to give you a break now.